Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hey, it's Mike. Today's show is brought to you by Encore Insurance Services, LLC. For a free life insurance quote, just visit smartterm.com or call 866-347-5748 and find out how much you could be saving on life insurance. Again, that's 866-347-5748 or smartterm.com.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Early show, Oscar.
Oh, yeah.
And it was no problem getting up early because can you feel it in the air, the excitement of the holidays?
Oh, my God.
It's everywhere.
Lights everywhere.
Well, no, not like that. I'm just talking about the physical energy in the air.
Oh, I like seeing holiday lights. Do you not like them?
No, I love holiday lights, but you're not seeing so many of them yet.
Oh, I saw my mom's all of yesterday.
Well, I know you paid to have them put up.
Yes, I did.
Who did you
I'm
hire?
a good son.
Was it a company that just does that?
Too expensive and son.
But with the arrival of the holidays, of course, it's Thanksgiving next week, which is why we thought it would be great to have him come by for his semi-annual visit, but to plug and promote his Thanksgiving goodness.
Oh, never too expensive.
Ladies and gentlemen, always a bargain when you talk to Richard Queasy. Hello, Dick.
Hello.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for
Happy
availing.
holidays. How are you?
Thank you for availing yourself to us at this one of your
what's
busiest
that mean,
times of year.
availing? You mean stopping by?
Yeah, I mean this is one of your busier times of year, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ. We don't stop from 3 weeks before Thanksgiving all the way through New Year. It's a grind, but it's a grind I love. I love the holidays. There's nothing better than the holidays in Sick to Me, Maine. All the pretty lights and usually a little snowfall.
Now, if we wanted to find it on a map, how do you spell Sick to Me?
Sick to Me is spelled SICTUMMY, Maine. Sick to Me, Maine.
No,
it's somewhere between. It's between York and Rockport.
But
so you can find it on a map between York and Rockport. Sick to Me.
It spells sick tummy.
Yeah, it's 45 miles southeast west of Lewiston.
Wow.
That's where I would find it.
So just on the side of the road.
It's a tiny little village. It's tiny, and we're not exactly. Our dock is not exactly on the ocean. It's more like a sort of a retaining pond.
Oh,
that's where we have the restaurant.
We're excited to have you here.
Hello, Oscar. How are you feeling?
I'm
you still
feeling
under
great.
the weather?
Feeling much better. Thank you, Dick.
Here's what I recommend you do.
Yes.
I would take a little fresh ginger if you can find it in the grocery store.
What kind of ginger?
Fresh ginger.
I didn't know you knew the word.
Get fresh ginger, or you can get the ginger flakes, or you can just grind up some ginger snaps and put them in vinegar and try to eat that. That'll make your tummy feel good.
What I was going to say, thank you for doctor for that advice. I'll say this, that we usually have Frank Perdue on, but he's dead, so we have you now.
Right.
He was an icon, Frank Perdue.
Ever meet him?
He took a small chicken farm and he made it into a multi-billion-dollar business, and now his kid's out there doing those commercials. I'll never be that big. I'm still just a one-pop shop. That's all I am at Dick Queasy's Discarded Seafood. But I'll tell you, I do the best I can. I love coming on your show. I'd like to say thank you to all the TMOS listeners that have purchased my T-shirts and wear the Dick Queasy T-shirts, and I'd sure like to get a new one for 2015. I'd love to get a brand new T-shirt. I sure would.
Yeah.
With summer coming around the
I think
corner.
we got a couple boxes of them we can
Well,
send
the good
you.
news is I understand Mike O'Mara is going to be spending a good chunk of time up in my state.
Yes, he
and
is.
I hope we hear more of Dick Queasy, and I might even expand my little empire and build another shed out back where I can keep some more food.
Speaking of your empire, and
sure.
Wow, a shed full of food.
Happy holidays to you and yours.
Can you
Happy
give us
holidays.
a thumbnail of your business, and then we can talk about Thanksgiving? Because there may be people who don't know you at all.
Well, usually after summer, people get done with their summer and they go back to their different houses, and we have a little dead time right around October. And then some of the senior citizens like to come up and check out the foliage, so they pop up, and we get a few weekend nights that are pretty busy. But during the weekdays, during September, also October and November, things are really slow until the locals start coming in because they want a good, reasonable holiday dinner, and they can bring the kids, and they don't have to worry about cleaning up or anything like that. They can just
Who wants
do it.
the hassle of cooking a Thanksgiving dinner?
Lot of work.
Exactly. And at Dick Queasy's, you cannot argue with the fact that for $5.99, you and your entire family can be fed family style for Queasy's special discarded Thanksgiving feast.
I love the fact that
deal.
you've kept the price point under $6 again.
Under $6. Show me anywhere.
What a steal.
You God damn it, Jesus Christ. You show me anywhere in the country where you can go and get a discarded dinner anywhere
Dick,
for under $6.
You can't get a fresh one.
Bag.
A number one meal from Big Mac costs you $6.24.
That's
Isn't
right.
that a crime? Isn't that a crime? I swear to God, I was driving by the other day, and I went down by that place, Hattie's. They have a Hattie's. It's outside of Sycamore. I think it's in Kennebunkport.
Yeah.
Hattie's, geez, why don't you just take a second mortgage on your house if you're going to go buy Hattie's?
Second
Get a mortgage. You might as well get a
And if your house is paid for, you can get a reverse mortgage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I don't know much about that. I know I saw that Fred Thompson talking about that thing. And
Do you
I
like
said,
him?
man, no, I don't trust him. He's a politician and an actor. I mean, my God, how are you supposed to trust a guy like that? If he points to that goddamn camera again and says, you better believe that I'm telling you what to do. I'm Fred Thompson, and you're for sure going to get a good deal if you do this reverse mortgage. I said, well, that's.
Do you
I'm
ever do impressions at the restaurant?
Sure, I do lots of impressions. Your host doesn't have anything on me. I do lots of impressions. I do Matthew McConaughey. I do Johnny Casson. I do
let's
Jay
hear Johnny
Leno.
Casson.
Okay. It was so cold.
How cold was it?
It's so cold I saw a robin wearing a blanket. How about that? Yeah.
I think you should stick
What about Matt?
I do Al Pacino. I do Al Pacino.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. You're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial. The whole goddamn trial's out of order.
Oh, that's chilling. It's like
That's
he's here.
I do the president. I do the president too. Barack Obama.
Oh, President Obama. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we can.
That was good.
Yeah.
I believe
yes, we can.
We've gotten off.
I do
point.
Marlon Brando.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. I do Marlon Brando.
Oh, from On the Waterfront.
From that Godfather.
Oh, that one.
From the Godfather.
That's good
All right,
too.
Here we go. Marlon Brando from the Godfather. Here we go. All right, listen up. Oh, look at my Sonny. Look how they massacred my boy. Look how they massacred my boy. Jesus Christ, he's just riddled with goddamn bullet holes.
I don't remember that from the script.
Sonny, such a hothead, he had to drive off there and try to get Callow.
Yeah.
I love the Godfather.
Hey,
Godfather is such a great.
You don't
great
do
movie.
Fredo, do you?
I can do. I do all the characters from the Godfather.
Oh, see, this is from Godfather
That's right.
2, but
okay.
yeah.
Oh, hey, Michael Corleone. I'm Smack. I'm Smack.
Look at this. Look at this.
I believe we've got.
Oh my God, it's like a theater in
got me
here.
going on my own bit. I'm Smack. I'm Smack. Yeah, I'm Smack.
You are,
I'm
and you
Smack.
know what? Smart people go to Dick Queasy's
I can
for
do
the
them by
Thanksgiving.
request too.
Oh,
if
you're
you got
doing more.
requests.
Okay,
I'll do it.
Wasn't
I like
sure where
doing
we were
impressions.
headed.
Yeah. Sure, this is lots of fun. I'll do this for the whole damn show.
How about
This is
you
great.
mentioned him earlier, Matthew McConaughey?
All right. Hey, how you like this Lincoln? Huh? I'm driving around this Lincoln, and I'm driving to the Dallas Buyers Club because I got HIV. So there we are.
What?
There we are.
You're sort of
All
mixing
right.
it up there.
All
It's like
right,
a
all
mashup.
right, all right. There you are. That's what he says. That's
Yeah, he
his
says,
signature
all
line.
right,
all
okay.
right, all
yeah.
right, all right.
He doesn't normally
Yeah.
do it like he's cheering, though. It's more
Well,
of a
listen,
cooler.
they
I
can't
draw
all be
out.
winners for. Well, Jesus
It's like you
Christ,
just
why don't
woke
try to
up,
do it?
you know?
Yeah, pretend you just woke up.
All right. Oh, well, good morning. Let's start the day. It's another day. It's another day. I'm Matthew McConaughey. Oh,
All right.
boy. Sure, the ladies love my buns.
Now here's a curveball. Do you do Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash. Oh yes, I love country music.
I thought you might.
Country and western music's real big up here. We got some country and western stations up here that play the music.
Okay.
I listen to the Mac Serta show.
Oh, is he still on the Eagle?
Well, if there's a low ceiling, I get it from all the way from Vermont, where he does his show, and I love it. If it's country and western, I'm listening to Mac Serta. All right,
here's Johnny Cash.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear that train coming round the bend.
Yeah.
I'm going to Jackson. Yeah, there we are. All right.
Good.
So I can do a whole stand-up show. You know, if you get me in the right night in my restaurant, I'll actually do those impressions for
Do you have open mic night at your place?
No.
You should.
Microphones.
It could really. You don't like microphones?
It's all about the food.
Are you
It's all about the food. That's why I'm here to promote. What? Go ahead. Yeah.
I have my notes here that you're taking reservations for holiday parties.
Right.
Holiday. Well, first of all, let's get through one holiday before we start talking about the next. I'll take your party of 20 or more, and we'll have our
20?
special. The only problem is when it gets real cold, I don't have a room that accommodates 20 or more people. But
Okay.
I have 2 picnic tables that I pull together out in the backyard, and I actually have. I say you bring your packer, and I'll feed the group. I'll feed your whole group.
It's really cold though.
Well, occasionally it can get really cold, but the fact is, when you rather, I think the warmth of your family sitting together in a table for 20 outside at the picnic table or outside the retaining pond, I think it'd be a lovely experience for the holidays. But that's not what I'm here to promote.
What are you here to promote? I mean, this has been a circuitous route.
Once again, you can stop by and feed your family style. $5.99 for my Thanksgiving feast.
Right, and what does that include?
You get Dick Greasy's discarded mashed potatoes. Now these are perfectly good discarded mashed potatoes that are made from baked potatoes that certain other restaurants throw away. But I take the skins off them.
Take the foil off.
I take the foil, the skins, scrape off any butter, chive, sour cream. We don't mix that up.
No.
And then I just I put it all in my blender and I make my own, and they are delicious.
Great.
They're
What
fantastic.
else? What else do you get?
Everybody gets a delicious Thanksgiving poultry dinner.
Do they get the
Hold it. It's tradition to serve a certain type of poultry. It's a turkey dinner, right?
It's poultry. It's a poultry dinner.
No.
I mean,
Wait
poultry
a
is poultry. I
second.
mean, is there really that big a difference between chicken and pheasant and turkey? They all got feathers, and they all they don't all fly. Jesus Christ, they don't fly.
They fly
I
off
saw
the
that
shelf.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Goddamn funny show.
Because what I don't want is to sit down with my 6 $1 bills in hand and get a steaming plate of duck. I want turkey for Thanksgiving.
Well, hello. I will tell you this, that unfortunately, we will not be serving turkey per se at Dick Queasy's Discarded Seafood. I received a windfall about mid-October, and I've got a freezer full of these wonderful Cornish game hens that I am going to dress up as tiny little baby turkeys, and I'll serve them to you once we defrost them.
How do you dress them as turkeys?
You put I take little paper shred things and put it on their little wings, and it looks like little mini turkeys you'd see on a Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's
nice.
sweet.
I
It's creative.
thought maybe he was putting hats on them or something. I didn't know what he meant.
As long as
No,
they're fresh,
I'm not.
you've
What's that?
frozen them. They're fresh.
Well, they had to be frozen. If they weren't frozen, they were going to be in rough shape. As a matter of fact, I think if you project yourself in your own fantasy world to Thanksgiving miniature table, like in the Lilliputians or whatever they're called,
right.
and you pretend don't think of these as Cornish game hens. Think of these as tiny little turkeys all over your table. All right, and they are also delicious if you close your eyes and you forget about the discoloration. That's exactly right.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business. From the entertainment capital of the world. I'll tell you what I know. I know that, in fact, too many kids that begin with pot end up with heroin, then on to LSD. I know that if you drink, you suffer a loss of judgment if you drink to excess. But I also know that judgment returns when you sober up. I know, and so do you, when you flip out on an acid trip, you never know when you're going to slip out again. This is now, Bentley, not a couple of years ago. We've had time now to see and study the effects of LSD. People who haven't had a dose in weeks sail out on another trip. They never know when. The minute they drop one acid capsule or ingest it in any way, they bought the farm. They've lost any chance to depend on and even restore that most precious of all inner senses, judgment. And to my way of thinking, without judgment, you might as well be dead. Your brain is, so why not the rest of you?
We were talking about marijuana.
We still are. Marijuana is the flame, heroin is the fuse, LSD is the bomb. So don't you try to equate liquor with marijuana, mister. Not with me. You may sell that jazz to another pothead, but not to somebody who spends most of their time holding some sick kid's head while he vomits and retches sitting on a curbstone at 4 o'clock in the morning. And when his knees get enough starch back in him so he can stand up and empty his pockets, you can bet he'll turn out a stick or two of marijuana. And you can double your money. He'll be holding a sugar cube or a cap or two. So don't you con me with your mind expansion slop. I deal with kids every day. I try to clean up the mess that people like you make out of them. I'm the expert here.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Mike.
Noted liberal Jack Webb.
Yeah, I'm going to empty my pockets and turn out a stick or two of marijuana.
I love that.
I do
love
too.
his speeches. Live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios and heard worldwide, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 26 million listeners. Yes, sir, heard daily at Mike O'Mara. I'm sorry, downloads, that is. Heard daily at MikeO'MaraShow.com and exclusively over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the Heartland. Go Hawks.
Oscar, let's take a second to talk about number 98.
98?
Yeah, he's 77 inches tall. He weighs 4,480 ounces.
Yay.
He's a senior from Appleton, Wisconsin. Defensive lineman Mike Hardy.
Oh, yeah, Mike Hardy. When he's not protecting the quarterback, he's protecting that ass.
That's right.
Because he gets laid all the time.
Allegedly.
The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
Why?
Because they get it. Our show today is brought to you by The Man Great. We love it. We love it.
The best.
All you grill masters ready to give Dad a great gift, ready to give anybody in your life a great gift this holiday season. Only one gift that's an absolute must-have. That's the Man Great. We've been selling Man Greats on this show for a long time because you love them. What is a Man Great? Oh, we've talked about that. Come on now.
Everyone knows
They're
this.
American-made. They're high-quality, 100% cast iron grates. They sit right on top of your wimpy little grates, and they have a hefty 8-pound weight.
Right.
Man Grates ensure juicy, tender meat with no flare-ups and perfect sear marks. What they do is they give you restaurant quality grill marks and grilling quality on your little wimpy grill. That's it, every time. Man Grate's patented design delivers steakhouse quality flavor right at home. And with the Mike O'Mara Show special, you will get ready for this.
What?
33% off your entire order. It is a
Boom,
cost-effective gift.
Wow.
Boom,
Plus,
bam.
for a limited time, every 3 Man Grates you order, boom, bam.
Boom, bam, Mike.
You get a fourth
My new catchphrase.
absolutely
Is it?
free.
I'm really pushing it.
Just head over to mangreat.com and enter the coupon code TMOS at checkout. 100% cast iron, 100% made in the USA, and 33% off your order. Order 3 and get a 4th free by using the coupon code TMOS. That's the Man Great, and happy grilling, everybody.
Boom, bam.
Oscar, how are you feeling today? So Oscar had things to do today, so called an early recording time.
Right.
And for 9:30. And then we were thinking really that it would be really a big violation of the show code to call the early start time and then be late for the early start time that you called.
The
and
reason
then you
why
came
we
in at
call an early
9:29.
start time is because you wanted to do the bonus show today, and I already had plans.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Very good. But I mean, you called the 9:30 start time.
Because I hadn't planned to do the bonus show today. I planned to do it yesterday.
Because you called
But then also,
doing the bonus
actually,
show on Wednesday.
We
Yeah.
all
you
planned on
called
doing
to
it
do
on Wednesday.
Thursday.
If you really want to play
So,
that game.
Yeah, but I
if
mean,
you're playing that game,
we're
you
both
know, I
on
mean,
even.
that's
We're
a-
both on an even playing field. Then.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All
except
Rob
that
can do whatever he wants.
Except
All
that
I do
Rob,
is
Rob
say
and Pony and myself were here at 9:15.
All I
that's
say
sweet.
is whatever pleases you guys, I'll be there. I'll
you're
be
the
there.
best.
That's
You're
true.
the best.
Well, you said to me yesterday that you're very flexible to do it.
Well,
and the
I
reason,
said, you guys have sometimes more, engagements that you need to meet.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
I,
Well, we
don't.
work-
I'm just down,
we
I'm just
work
down here
harder.
making my breakfast.
Yeah.
yeah. But be
But
that
ye-
as
but
it may, I
yesterday
still have
also
the
I should-
longest commute, Oscar. So I don't
Yes.
like getting up
True.
at 5 o'clock.
True.
But I will.
I should also
for you.
point out that yesterday, the reason we didn't do the bonus show
Yes.
yesterday is because we ran over about 40 minutes late
Right.
doing our regular show, and there was not enough time to get to an appointment that I had afterwards. So that's why we did it.
But the good
so
thing
gets
is,
me back.
now you've got
go.
now that you've got that whole thing arranged. When you pass, the funeral plot is ready to go.
Exactly.
So it's good to get that out of the way. You don't need to worry
but
about it.
before he went into his defensive crouch,
Yes.
I was going to ask you. You said you were under the weather this week, and so
I
I'm
was.
curious,
I'm on antibiotics.
how-
It's the beautiful part of having siblings that are doctors.
Ah,
Oh, those are trouble. Don't get too involved in those. I
he's
hate
gonna
those
S
things.
his brains out, Mike.
Oh no,
I have been living on antibiotics like since August, and I don't think it's good for you. But
Mike, I'm
nothing I can
36.
do about it.
You're 54. I can handle these.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. You know
Why
what,
are you
Mike?
on-
You're
why are you
30.
on
You're 54.
antibiotics?
He's 36. He could get hit by a bus, and I worry for the bus because
I'm
when you're
55.
36, you're unstoppable.
Oh,
I'm 55.
double nickels.
Not-
That's right.
Don't make me younger than I am. I am 55.
Okay, Sammy Hagar.
That's how. But getting back to it, so you came in at 9:29 this
Yeah,
morning.
I had to walk
I immediately
to work.
said, "Is it because you're
Walk
ill?
to
Are
work,
You,
Mike.
are you
Walk.
were you-
I had to
were you-
walk to work today in the bitter cold.
Now, why did
Yeah,
you walk
it is-
to work?
It's
if
nearly
if
a
you're
freezing
sick?
temperature on here.
Well, I'm selling my former vehicle.
Which one of the three?
I'm selling the Audi.
Ah.
Yes, and I've struck a deal
Why are
with.
you selling? I thought you loved the Audi.
I do, but it doesn't make financial sense. It just doesn't. Those dollars don't
keep-
add up.
No, when
to
two
keep
people
too
own
expensive
when
import.
two
It
people
doesn't.
own three cars,
Yes,
it seems like
it doesn't add up.
too much.
So I offered it to my girl. She didn't want it because she doesn't like driving manual. Shocker, in many ways. And then we.
what was that really like a?
It was a pun.
Yeah, well,
Should I drive
it was a
manual?
double
I was
entendre.
like,
It's
oh,
not a
whatever
pun.
it is. Who cares?
A
Moving
pun
on.
would be as if we called you Manuel.
Moving on here. So I'm
want to go there after this week.
I'm getting the car detailed,
Ah.
and I woke up this morning and I said, "Hey, I know you don't have class till probably. I think she has class at noon.
Hey, call me when you have no class.
It's freezing outside. Why don't you give me a ride to work on your way out of here, right?"
Yeah.
I was like, "We're actually recording early," and she said, "Sure." As I'm getting out of the shower, I hear the door shut, and I realized she had left me. And I said, "Oh, okay. I guess I'm walking to work today. That's fun. It's 2 degrees outside."
So she offered to give you a ride and then completely forgot about
She
it.
forgot.
Sounds like a pep talk
She's
is in order.
forgot. She's forgotten. She's
Yeah.
forgotten.
Now, what you're on antibiotics. What exactly is your malady? Is it a?
Oh
is it
no,
your- is
Mike!
it a
I
head
got on
cold?
antibiotics 2 days ago. I was a head cold. I called my sister. She said, "You know what? Let's just take care of this right now." Boom, bam, done.
Antibiotics not good for a
Yes.
head cold though.
Yeah,
No,
Well, I feel
you're-
much better.
virus.
Yeah.
You guys
You
need to go
always
to medical
talk
school.
about you always talk
I'll
about
trust
how
them.
you're related to doctors. Are they
Yes.
good doctors? Because you
Gentlemen,
really shouldn't be handing out antibiotics for a
I
head
talked
cold.
to a doctor.
A
You guys
doctor.
are DJs.
That's right.
I'll go with the doctor.
Yeah, but you could use doctor as part of your DJ name. That's allowed.
No,
I could be
no.
Dr. Robert.
I
would
said,
be
"What
a
should
good
I
DJ
do?"
name.
She says,
Dr. Robert.
take a Z-Pack, and you're good to go."
Yeah, but also, if you take antibiotics when you don't need antibiotics, then you're weakening your system.
She knows that. She said,
Does
"Here
she
you
really
go."
like you though?
Yeah, she loves her. She's actually in Disney World. She called in from Disney World. I said, "Well, you're a good sister. I appreciate
Great.
that."
Did you
Well-
pick up your antibiotics out of the Magic Castle?
No, I wish.
I
I wish.
followed up yesterday. I had a visit with my my regular doctor, who they kind of assigned to me because I went to all these specialists when I was down here,
Right.
For my diverticulitis. And the fact is that I never had a regular doctor. So, in order to get out of the hospital, they make a follow-up visit just to see how you're doing, and they kind of selected this guy, and he was perfectly good. I think it was great. I said I was hoping that it would work out, but I went to him yesterday because that was my follow-up checkup
Oh, good.
from being in the hospital.
Tell us a little about. So this would be your general practitioner.
General practitioner,
How old
family
is he?
medicine.
How old is he?
Younger guy, probably in his early 40s.
That's not bad.
Mid 30s to early 40s,
Oh.
and I was perfectly. However, now that I am feeling a little bit better, of course, I am on the. Don't cut on me! Don't cut on me! Don't cut on me! I'm on that train, and
Sure.
now, if you're counting, that was yesterday the sixth. Count them, sixth doctor that says there is no way I am avoiding what.
Well, they always. but what do the people
no.
always say? Always get a seventh opinion.
Yeah, that's the thing. You say, well, did you get a second opinion? I said, I've spoken between gastroenterologists, infectious disease specialists, general practitioners, attending physicians in hospitals. I am not exaggerating. I have spoken now to 6 physicians to get their unvarnished opinion about what I should do. And then next, I think before Thanksgiving, I will sit down with the big poobah, who is the surgeon. And, of course, the surgeon is not going to tell me not to get surgery because
you know what
that's
surgeons
what
love
surgeons
to do? Surgeons love to cut on people. That's what they do.
They like to cut on people. But I will say, unfortunately, as much as I am a wimp, that this is the time where I have to kind of accept the reality of the situation, that this is a mechanical issue, and there's probably about that much space in there that is the bad space, and they're pretty heavy-duty about what they say. You don't want to go through this again because every time you do, you risk the danger of something much worse happening, and I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I have to be honest with you, and I have to be honest with our listeners, and I have to be honest with my own family that for whatever reason, I've had orthopedic things, shoulders, knees, backs, doesn't faze me, but this for some reason has put me into a serious holiday funk. I am not really allowed to enjoy the holidays because it's just
it's looming.
The very thought,
it's a black cloud.
It is a total black cloud, and I hate it. I hate having a. Believe it or not,
thank you.
As much as I bitch all the time, when I turn the microphones off and I'm with my family and I'm bouncing off the walls. Life is wonderful. I've got a little guy running around here. This has every time I really let it get to me, and if I do, I let that black cloud lower and I let it hang over my head because I just hate the idea of, hey, the recovery time I'm told for this is 1 week. So that's not a big deal. It's not that big a deal. But the fact is that the idea of your innards, cutting into your innards.
Now, when they do it,
that just creeps me out.
Do they cut like into your belly to get it or do they go into the outdoor?
They go in the belly. They go in the belly.
Okay, good.
That's where they do it. And
so that'll probably be with the majority of the healing.
And it'll look tough.
Yeah, because he goes around showing us
some sort of knife fight when you're a young man.
Every time he shows a six-pack, people are going to say, "Hey, what's going on there?"
Like,
you can say, "Yeah, it's a knife fight."
Spend some time in the
if my
witness protection program. If
my belly was the ocean, my six-pack would be Atlantis. Okay. There you go. We're going to take a break. And,
I want to talk more about this. Come on.
Well, we can talk a little bit more about it, but it really gets me into depression. We'll take a break, come back with more.
I'll tell you why when we come back why you shouldn't be depressed. I promise.
All right, we'll take a break, come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Here's Orleans.
Hi, this is Oscar's phone. Oscar says he's too busy to record promos for Tech 411. As for Todd, well, he's just too wealthy and good-looking to do a task like that. So here we go. Tech 411 is two guys trying to bring you the biggest tech news stories for the week. They also give you an app of the week. In the end, Todd will plug white noise and Compulsi, then talk about how hard his life is. Oscar will say hello in Chinese. Oh no, Oscar has had a few too many again and is making me get him an Uber. Please listen so he has more to do than drink.
Your personal guide to everything tech.
Tech 4.
Tech 411 with Oscar Santana and Todd Moore.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We are now in the thick of it, folks. Boom!
Boom, bam!
The holidays are here, and amidst all the hustle and bustle, we need to remind you of one very, very important fact. Shopping through our Amazon portal remains the single best way to support this show. And the good thing is, it doesn't cost any extra for you, and it means the world to us. This is the time of year where we do our really big Amazon push. It is one of the number one ways to monetize this show, and that's how we keep going. The next time you need to buy anything, just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon or click the Amazon button on our website, then shop like you normally would. It's that simple. And now, because you love it, the Amazon Hot Buy of the Day, Rob Spiewak.
You can't beat this deal with a stick, Mike O'Mara. It's the Fire HD7 tablet. If you want a powerful tablet with endless entertainment, look no further. The Fire HD7 tablet has a 7-inch HD display, Wi-Fi, front and rear cameras, and it starts at just $119. Oscar, that's so cheap you won't even need to borrow money from your mom. Okay. It's the Fire HD7 tablet, only from Amazon and the Mike O'Mara Show portal. Back to you, Walter.
If you need it, Amazon has it. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. The best way to save money and support this show while getting your shopping done the easiest way possible. Bookmark Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com and get ready for your easiest holiday shopping ever. Thank you.
Hey-ho.
Thank you. Yeah, so Yeah, I know. Look, I know this is just me having to have a chat with me and making sure that I don't.
No, it's
get too
serious. So many
obsessed with
things could
this.
go wrong.
Oh, stop it, Oscar.
Thank you.
Anything's
Thank you, Oscar.
possible.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
look what
Thank
happened
you.
to Joan.
That's true.
You know, she went in there just for a little something, and then didn't come out.
However, let me see if I can't turn this around. Mike, you have been since you've been a young man, 20 years old.
Hold
or
on,
so.
I'm just give me a minute to give, continue to give this look to Oscar.
Okay.
I'm clearly rooting for you.
Clearly.
Preparing for the best.
Thanks.
He's
thanks,
clearly
thanks,
rooting for you. Thanks for
That's right.
stating that. It's because what is the opposite of that?
Well, rooting
against
against
him?
him.
Yeah.
Who
So I
wants
mean,
that?
really, nobody wants that.
I would rather you change the way you eat and change your life and give it a good year and see what happens. That's
But
what
the
I
doctors are saying not to
the
do
doctors
that.
are saying I can't do that.
However, Mike, he is a brother to a doctor that gave him antibiotics for a head cold, so maybe you should listen to him.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, and the fat stereotype, which everybody seems to want to label.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't come unwarranted to anybody that has this.
No, well, quite, to be honest with you, I was told by, I'm not sure whether it was a gastroenterologist or he said the evidence now is showing that this is not something that is even diet related, that this is like so many things they're finding in medicine
Really?
now. This is a genetic situation where you have other people in the family that have had this and you are predisposed to getting it. And they're saying modifications in diet. You know, because everybody likes to say you're a fat person, you're getting sick, and I think in many cases that is
It's not.
that
and
is true.
He's right about this because my girl's mom has diverticulitis.
Okay.
And she's skinny mini.
All right.
And
and
she
probably eats very well.
and just her diet is militant.
Yeah.
Like that's all she needs to do, or else something what happened to Mike happens to her.
Mike, here's
Well, the
why.
fact is, I believe back in the day when I had it in my 20s that
Yeah.
I did modify my diet, and I never looked back on it. And the strange thing about it, there's some contradictions. Like when you're talking about
Often, yeah.
recovering from this, you are supposed to eat what's called a low residue diet, which means not a lot of fiber,
No, Mr.
not
Peanut.
a lot of roughage, and
Right.
you're not supposed to do it. Then they say once you heal, you're supposed to go the opposite route, and you're supposed to get a lot of fiber. And so it's very confusing, and it's very frustrating.
But what
And
is so great about this, Mike, is that you have battled this on and off for about 30 years, right?
Yeah,
And it's always been in the back of your mind that it could happen.
But never really in a active way. I mean, I had it in my late 20s, and then I went a very, very long period of time without any issues.
However,
years and years and years.
The fact that it is, a part of your life and it could come and go. What is so great is this surgery is going to be about a week. You get it done, you heal, and you're done with it. You're done with it. You're fixing it.
Oh
No,
no,
you gotta think.
no, it's
you
not
gotta
that
think
easy,
positive.
might be two
It's-
or even three surgeries.
It's not that easy. Yeah. They got to make sure they do it right the first time, and a lot of times they have to go back in because just the timing and how everything heals. You know that, Mike, as well. I'm sure your surgeon has told you this. And also, if they're going in, couldn't they do a little more work if they're going in anyways? It's like if you're going, if you're taking
like a circumcision
with a Porsche, if you have to go under the engine, you might as well change a few other things like some belts. Some spark plugs, if you got to really
If I was
get
there
in
right now, I would take the back of my hand and I would cuff you.
Well, I'm
I would
just
cuff
saying.
you on the side of your Kim Jong-il hairdo. I would cuff you very vigorously. I wouldn't slap. I would just give you a little cuff, like my dad used to give me.
Well,
one of these little.
a lot
thump
of
like
people that go in
you know.
for deviated septums, they get nose jobs, right? That's just what happens.
So
Yeah,
what
are
are
you
you
saying you
suggesting?
think I should? What you think I should have a full course of lipo? Is that what I should do when I'm in there?
No. Again, I'd have to
The
see
tummy tuck is that what
No,
you're
but
talking
maybe
about?
a lap band or something like that, and then we'll see. Change your
Well,
life
I
forever.
think that's probably quite dangerous to do that. Okay, Dr. Frankenstein. I think that's probably not the best thing in the world to do right now. I think they're going to take care of this, and I will have my answers next week.
It's
I think
not
it is,
appropriate
Oh,
to
believe
play
it or not,
golf.
hey, something to look forward to. Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that a lot of fun?
you
That'll
have
be
to go
good.
Wednesday. Oh, so we have to
Yeah.
do 2 Tuesday.
No, we're doing early on Wednesday.
We're doing
if
a
you can
show
make it.
Monday, Tuesday, and
We
Wednesday.
should do 2
okay?
Tuesday.
I
Yeah, well,
asked
you
if we
know
could
what?
do that.
Oh my God.
Did they give you antibiotics or asshole pills?
No, I was riding to work today, and last night before I went, I was like, should I tell
He
them
was
now?
riding to work today. I thought you were walking to work.
walking
today.
to work. I wish I was riding.
Sure.
No, I
It's
wish,
falling apart like a
Yes.
cheap piece of fabric.
walking. listening to an old Eminem CD that's in my iPod still. I was shocked. A Slim Shady. So I'm walking over here and Slim Shady, and I said, I looked at the numbers last night. Should I tell them on there or off there? There's no difference between the downloads that when we pre-record pre-Thanksgiving Day show from last year to this year.
You just made a huge deal about that the other day.
I did. I went back to look at the numbers, and the numbers only translate from 2 years ago, not last year. So technically, we could do 2 on Tuesday if you'd like.
No, we're recording a show on Wednesday.
Yes!
It's already done.
It's
already been decided. Thank you very much.
I'm so confused. You are getting surgery, though, right? I don't. Have we started the show? I don't know where we are.
He's more upset that he's got to drive in on Wednesday now.
No, I don't care. It's going to be light and easy traffic. It's just the thing is you are a conundrum. You come in and you make things
I felt
up.
bad for you guys because I was like, on Wednesday, most people have the day off, and I went back and looked at the numbers, and I said, it's true. And I took a couple screen caps to show you guys, and you wouldn't believe me.
Don't ever want to see them ever in my entire life. Don't ever show me that screen cap.
Oh, but no, it'll be good.
I spent my morning doing what I seem to have done a lot of lately, dealing with a situation that was created by our fan page. And I really appreciate, first and foremost, the enthusiasm of people. But at the same time, I think I need to point out to the gentleman, Stephen Douglas McIntyre, who runs that and was planning some sort of a cruise situation, that is how we monetize our show. And Stephen has it in his mind because I threw out a location, and I don't know if I threw out a date, that these are things that are etched in stone, and all of a sudden he is beginning this process of a cruise, and I had to say, Stephen, please don't do that.
Right.
Because we have not even let the dust settle from Reno. It has not even settled yet. We have absolutely no timetable, nor do we have a firm destination, nor do we have any idea, nor have we discussed what we're going to be doing. But the fact is that when we do determine what we're going to do, this is one of the primary ways that we monetize our show. It's how we feed our families. So please,
I missed what happened.
He's creating this, he's starting up this cruise, saying if they sell 16 packages for this cruise, that'll leave a free slot for you, me, and Rob to go on. And I'm like, dude, stop doing this. I sent him a personal message.
A timeline,
I said, please don't do
relax.
That. Yes.
And did he not make it out to Reno? He didn't, right?
No.
Who can trust that guy? He barely shows up to events.
Well, he tried to go, but there was no boat that went there.
It's driving him nuts, I think.
I mean, you can't trust someone that doesn't go to the events.
Right.
The thing is, though, I completely understand the enthusiasm, but at the same time, Rob, I don't understand what this guy's all about.
I don't either.
I have to talk about it because, first of all, the fact that we have a Mike O'Mara show page, right, and we have our friend pages, we promote the show this way,
right,
and we have also been very accessible on this fan page
extraordinarily
as well.
So, yes.
But with that said, it is problematic to me that they're doing something that we do to make our living.
Yes.
And it's very nice that he wants to do this. So I'll read you exactly whatever. I have nothing to hide about this.
Please, I haven't. This is first time I've heard about this.
I will tell you exactly what I wrote. First of all, he was on there saying that they'll do this, they'll do that, and we'll do this. We'll have a cruise. And I wrote, Stephen, while I appreciate your enthusiasm for the show, I should point out that our events are one of the ways that we monetize what we do. Live shows and things like cruises are vehicles we have considered for promoting and monetizing what we do. I would respectfully ask that you refrain from using our show to promote events that we have no involvement in. He didn't talk to anybody about it. We haven't coordinated this. He doesn't work for the show. I respectfully ask you from using our show to do this. And you don't work for our show, and you're asking people to spend money on a TMOS event that we have nothing to do with.
You're pulling a Marcus Serta.
Other than
exactly,
Marcus Serta is kind of.
Oh, he had a fundraiser.
He did
to get out there. You know what? I was happy to see him. Didn't get backstage, but I was happy to see him.
But you know what? Marcus, if we had said don't do that, Marcus probably wouldn't have done that. We didn't because
Guys,
Marcus works real hard and he promotes the show.
Have you ever thought of doing a podcast during a podcast?
Have you ever been called on stage just to be told to leave the stage?
I said you're asking people to spend money on a TMOS event that we have nothing to do with, other than the fact that you're indicating that we may participate if you sell enough packages. This is most definitely not the case. To the contrary, we're actively planning our next event, and the dust hasn't settled from Reno. I'm asking you to please stop promoting an event that has no way been sanctioned by TMOS and will actually hurt us financially as we plan for other events for the show,
Mike,
which
you're
is how we
absolutely
make
right.
our living.
Thank you for taking care of that.
Appreciate it.
So
if he
here's
would
what
listened to yesterday's show, he would have heard the top 10 markets and what
Exactly.
we were trying to figure out.
Here's what he writes back, and this is what always concerns me. He likes to debate.
Yes.
He likes to say, and he doesn't know what he's talking about in many cases. He says, I figure that the next event will be 18 months away. Well, you figure incorrectly.
It's magnificent that you can look into your crystal ball.
18 months.
And I know it may shock
He got
everybody.
obsessed with the fact that I said 2016. He said Cat 2016. First of all, we don't have a name for it. We don't have a destination for it.
No, it
we
will
don't know
not
what
be
we're
Cat.
doing. We don't know where we're doing. Have we talked about New
it'll be
Orleans?
the year of the dog.
It would be nice. All right. He said, I figure the next event will be 18 months away, Cat 2016, in NOLA in the spring of 2016. Now, we haven't spoken to anybody about it. We don't know whether it's going to happen.
I hope he takes
coming
this.
from?
I hope he takes this in the spirit in which it's offered. But he's writing like a mental patient. He's made theories that he says, well, okay, and then they've become facts in his head.
Pre-planning is flattering, but we haven't even gotten like our expenses or paid for our plane tickets yet for this past
Can
trip.
we
For
at
God's
least
sakes,
beat the jet lag
Yes.
before we
So-
plan the next event?
And I'm refraining from doing my Stephen Douglas McIntyre voice, okay?
Oh, good.
If I did that, it would be, I figure that the next event will be 18 months away.
no, Stevens. He means well. He's just.
Well, I know he
he's
means
a-
well,
but
he's
it's
an
so
eager
hard.
beaver. Eager
But
beaver. Eager
he
beaver.
means well for every single show that has either been associated with us or has ever come down the pike. He seems to want to
haven't
run
we
it
left them in
and
the
run
dust?
the fact that in NOLA in the spring of 2016. The cruise is 9 months away, half the distance between the two live events, plenty of time for people to recover financially. I'm really glad that you know what people's finances are as well.
Man.
wow.
I wouldn't want anyone to say that they couldn't come to NOLA because they spent too much money on a cruise. I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, I don't feel anyway. It's business. That's the way I'm trying to explain it here. We would have had a great time promoting the show to all the passengers on the ship. I won't say another word about the cruise. If anyone asks, I'll just say it's on hold. No, don't say it's on hold. Tell the truth. I have nothing to hide about
Mike,
this.
you shouldn't have to deal with this, you poor man. That
I think they'll be
stinks.
able to read between the lines. Have a great show today. He's an Uber fan to start with.
Yes.
I'll be listening live, and I can't wait for the bonus show to drop. Have a great weekend. And as I wrote the last word to him, I said there is no timetable or final destination for our next live event. We are only days removed from Reno, and we will be discussing future events somewhere down the road. Stay tuned. That's the exchange that I have with him
if he
today.
writes back to you, let's see how the surgery goes.
He wrote will do. He wrote will do. That's what he said. What did you say, Oscar? What?
You should
If he
write
writes back?
let's see how the surgery goes. Then we can talk about it in the bed.
Yeah. Surgery being exacerbated by guys like this. Thank you very much. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know it, I know it. The time to buy insurance is now. And don't worry, because Encore Insurance is here to help. We had a great time in Reno meeting all the wonderful people from Encore Insurance Services. Let me tell you what they do. They survey the most highly rated companies in the insurance industry. They do all the shopping for you to compare premiums. They do the work. You don't have to. It's free. There is no obligation. No salesman will visit you. If you're even flirting with the idea of life insurance, call this number, 866-347-5748, to get a free life insurance quote, or visit smartterm.com/TMOS. That's smartterm.com/TMOS. That's where you'll find the license, disclaimer, and quality customer service. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Stop paying too much for life insurance. Protect your family the smart way at smartterm.com/TMOS. Now, I want to say one last thing about this. I am extremely flattered and humbled by the fact that there is a group of well over 1,000 people
Great
that
people.
have a page where they commiserate about the show. But
Loving people.
And the fact is, when that happens, it's terrific. But
Fun
and
crowd.
you know, I said something about the criticism and stuff, and I don't understand it sometimes. But it's it's on there, and it happens when it's damaging to me. Like I mentioned with that fellow that was writing about the stink food. They shut that down very quickly. Both the listeners that heard what I said, and so that went away very quickly. However, when it comes to how we make a living, I've always talked about the fact that we sell advertising. We have an Amazon relationship where if you shop through Amazon, we do it that way. We have a merchandising element, which we really don't do that much of anymore.
Right.
And we do specialty events and bonus content. So all these ways are the way that we feed our families with this show, and that's how it happens. So unfortunately, when it goes into that area, I have to say, please, I understand
You
your
didn't do anything
enthusiasm,
wrong, Mike. You're
but,
being too nice
the fact-
about this. Like, legitimately, we just got off the plane. We're figuring out what our expenses were.
Right.
We're running expense reports, and a gentleman who means well
He does.
is playing an event and saying this is how we're going to do it without even talking to us. Now, if he talked to us and said, hey, I found a way to do this, we could talk about it.
Absolutely.
And there-
Before
and
he
there-
goes
and we would-
public,
Yes.
though. Yeah.
And we have had discussions with
Yeah.
listeners
Yeah.
about
And
ideas that
he
they
didn't
would
even
have,
come
and
to
it's working.
Reno.
Yeah,
Think about
Yeah, well,
that.
And I think I don't know where this happened, but I have had. Here's the thing: I have had conversations with this guy before.
Sure.
And Rob has too. I
Yes.
think Oscar. I don't know if you've had a chance to talk
He
to
said
him.
he'd boo me if he was there.
Haven't you had him out to the house?
No, I don't know who this guy is.
Okay.
Rob, you've had conversations with him.
I
I
have.
probably
and,
do. I'm just lying.
And it's
I have no idea.
I think it's really important to say that he does mean well.
Oh,
and he
good
puts
guy.
a
Yeah,
tremendous amount of
He
time
really, really does.
into this. He's
Let me
been
find him.
extremely generous to me regarding my son personally, and we really do appreciate that. But sometimes when I have had issues with some things that he has said and done, I feel as though I talk through him. And I don't know if he communicates with other people like that, but it's like he doesn't. He got this, obviously. He understood
Right,
what I was
right.
saying with this. But I wish that there was more of a understanding.
I don't
of-
think
of-
we're
of
friends.
things, you know?
Nobody
I-
likes me. Everybody we look for, I'm not friends with.
To break it down to an ultra simplistic way, this is like going outside of a concert event and selling Rolling Stones T-shirts without getting the okay of the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
He's selling our product without even consulting us. And while I'm sure what he means is
Can I say something to that,
hope he
Rob? Can I say?
understands.
Let me explain this. It's not. And I think it's not like the Rolling Stones because that's the whole reason this is important to us.
Yeah.
Because we are so small.
You really
that
think
this,
that we're-
no,
you have
we
a
are.
really,
keep
really
in
high
mind-
opinion of
the
Keep
thing
yourself.
in
is-
mind,
the
I
thing-
said in the ultra most simplistic way. He's
No, wait,
selling
but-
our brand
well,
without
let me
consulting
finish.
us.
Let
Okay.
me finish what I'm trying to explain here.
All right.
We are not the Rolling
I know
Stones.
this.
That's the whole reason this is important to me because we are not big. We are not huge. The fact is we rely on these events to monetize our show. If we were huge, this wouldn't matter at all. This would not have any relevance at all. There might be, if we're Dan Snyder and it's the Redskins, he'd slap a class action suit on this guy. But the fact is, we are not. Because we're small, I'm like, hey, can we please do our own events? That's
Right.
what I'm trying to say.
Well,
Yes,
let me,
Oscar.
to clarify, what I didn't mean that we were the size of the Stones. I'm saying that he's using our image, our brand, without asking us about using our image or brand.
Oh, and look, this Eager Beaver, clearly his heart is in the right place,
Yes.
right? Just like Carrie Spiewak's is, because that's his last friend to write on his wall.
Yeah, she just friended him.
Great.
What can I say? What can I say? By the way, Carrie's going on the cruise. Said it sounds like a great time.
You want to hear what the comment is?
More than anything in the world.
Well, hey, man, what are the odds?
Go ahead.
So I go over to his
Did he
page.
get involved in somehow promoting the contest?
Of course,
Is that
he's
what
been
he did?
all over that. Of course he has.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he has.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so Carrie writes on Stephen Douglas
tried. I really
McIntyre's wall.
Swear to
You
God,
better
I
not
tried.
stalk me. Apparently they're friends.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
Mike, I've never written on that man's wall. Neither has Shannon.
Well, it's something that it's just.
In Rob's defense, she doesn't care about the show.
We're such a small family. She doesn't give a rat's ass about the show.
No,
she does.
No.
Does she, Rob? Does she really?
No.
I mean, ultimately,
no.
Of all the spouses, and does Shannon care about the show? Does she really care about the show?
She used to listen. I asked her to stop listening.
I do remember that.
There's one of our significant others that cares about the show.
She does
that
care
listens to every episode and happens to be Mrs. O'Malley.
Yeah,
She
That's
does that every
Exactly.
day. And the thing is that I don't. The reason we occupy our time with this is not because we're petty. It's because of our size. The fact is, we're not big, and yes, if you did another event, that might prevent people from supporting us on a sanctioned event where we're trying to monetize the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's important to me, and I
to all of us.
I hate to do it because it to me it gives me an ulcer. It really does when I'm dealing with this. But I do also believe that there is well-meaning here because there have been there's at the core of this is enthusiasm for what we do, and that we are truly grateful for. So I hope that I made it clear.
He always welcomes the new members. He really works hard to promote the program. I mean, his cover page right now, I'm on his page, is our Tmos 1000. What a nice guy. Like, you can't go wrong. Just, again, if you want to help, don't help.
Yeah. So that's it. That's I think we're covering it down here, and I like enthusiasm.
Sure.
You know, I like it even when I go online and I see that enthusiasm. It's terrific. It's better than walking around my neighborhood where everyone is just the where people talk to my dogs more than they talk to me.
Is the neighborhood at full capacity now that it's cold up here? Has everyone returned?
Here's how I base it. I see the blue recycling bins out on the street that would be indicative of the fact that people are now down here. And you know what?
What do they mostly recycle?
You know, can I tell you something that really meant a lot to me the other day?
Yeah.
There was a lady walking her full-size dog. You don't see a lot of full-size dogs down here, and I love them when I see them. And she's really a neat lady, and I think she's a nurse. And you know what she said? She said, "Hey, how you feeling? Are you feeling better?" And
that is so sweet.
I was dumbstruck.
Oh, man.
The rest of the people down here, you go around. They say, "Hello, Beluga. Hello, Frankie." I said, "Yeah, well, just got out of the hospital." Yeah, Beluga's a good dog.
Those dogs are the worst.
Doggy.
You know, we're on a countdown.
Yeah, what a little doggy he is, little bitty.
I don't know. Do you peer into the recycle bins? Do you see what they're putting away?
Yeah.
Is it a lot of hard liquor? Is it beer?
There's some box wine. You see the cardboard box wine that you see occasionally in people. You see
a lot of Ensure.
You know if people have had pizza. You know if people have had pizza. I always like to go by that.
Big
and
box
if somebody's
out.
if somebody's doing a little household project, you kind of see that stuff out there. And you can't help but look at people's trash.
I love looking in recycle bins. No. Why would you? But
what's the oddest thing you've ever seen in a recycling bin?
Human hand.
A wax human hand?
No, a real human hand.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
Human hand.
What I like to do is I like to grade the recycle bins by the noise of the people putting them out. And you know the neighbor across from me, Gladys Kravitz? The one that likes to talk to us through the screen window?
A lot of bottles.
Clink, 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 clink. She can't sneak up on anybody when they're putting out the recycles. And
Does she do a lot of vino?
It's wine and beer and liquor. It's great. It's like she's running a restaurant in there. All kinds of bottles. It's fantastic.
We have a recycling Nazi. Oh, just quickly, I just wrote on Steven's wall.
Yes.
Hi, Steven. Listen to today's show. Smooches.
That'll go well.
So,
Oscar
on.
is Oscar's kind of on my side on this one, but Oscar walks a really fine line for me where he could flip at a moment's notice and just go, "I don't know why you're so hard."
No, Mike, you're in the right. You're in the right. You got to control the message.
Yeah, write that
Control
down.
the message.
Control
That's what you
the
have to
message.
do.
That's right.
Absolutely.
The name of today's show.
In my condo, There's a recycling Nazi that if you don't crush your box down, she will leave the uncrushed box. She will take it out of the recycling and leave it in front of your door in your condo building.
Oh,
I
yeah.
asked you not.
Really?
I will bebop home after the show, and I'll see like 4 or 5 boxes in the hallway that haven't been crushed down or broken up because the people haven't done it. She will leave them there for you.
Wow.
See, down here, here's what they don't take. I found this out. For you recycling Nazis out there, the one thing that they don't take, if you put out a box that has like a kid's toy in it, and inside that box they have styrofoam.
Oh, the
You
packaging.
can't recycle that? Yeah, no.
Oh, by the way, our equipment came back from Cleveland.
Oh,
already got back.
we should test
I've
it out.
I've got it sitting right there. So we'll have to check that. How about a little round of applause for our Telos people? Got to give them a nice little round of applause. They leave the styrofoam on the side of the road. They don't take that.
Oh, no.
And I thought that was a recyclable.
No,
I guess
no,
it's
no,
not,
no.
right?
I think
styrofoam's
it's
not.
a carcinogen, is what it is.
And that means what?
What?
No, I mean
What do
you
you
can't
mean?
burn it.
Well, but
That's a
do you know-
carcinogen. Legitimately, I've tried.
Well, no, burning styrofoam
What?
is the
You
greatest
tried
thing
what
in
in
the
the middle
world.
of your living room? What have you tried?
So,
Vince?
as a younger man, I figure you throw anything in the fire, it'll burn, right?
Sure.
And magazines
learned that at the Christmas
and
party last year.
styrofoam don't go well in the fire, especially when it's in your parents' home. As my brother yelled at me, he said, "Those are carcinogens."
That means it causes cancer, but I
Yes.
think only if you like breathe in the fumes. Burning styrofoam is great. We used to have a fire barrel when we sold Christmas trees. And
here we go.
There was so many fun things to
Back
burn.
when Rob used to wear the big long coat and the fedora.
That's right, exactly.
He looked like Biggie Smalls.
The year was
And,
19.
lumberjack's jacket.
The year
Oh, hello,
was-
Ralphie. Ralphie, what Christmas tree do you want, Ralphie?
I'll tell you what. I'll tie it on the top of your car for you. But
no, pumpkin seeds.
there were so many fun things to burn, and one of the funnest things to burn was styrofoam. But another great thing to burn was the trees would come in a netting, plastic netting, and you would cut them out to let them open up, and you'd throw the net in there, and you'd watch it all shrivel up. It's a wonder we're not all dead. But it was the fire barrel was so much fun. I love playing with fire. And look
So,
at me.
so
I
is
never
that why they don't take it? Is that why the recyclers don't take it?
Well, I think you can't break it down the way you can break down cardboard.
But my recyclers take everything.
See, mine don't. Mine actually. And this
My
was
guys
a
don't.
process
I gotta throw
of
that in
going
trash.
into the box and taking it out. And when I got
You
there,
need to think
obviously-
outside of the box, Mike.
I always think outside the box.
Do you have
Thank
to
very
crush
much.
down your boxes? No, not
No.
for a home.
No, I put
For
a
a
full
condo, you do.
disassembled box just sitting there. I had it. Yeah, when you guys were all nice enough to bring Michael all those little toys, and you know one thing about this guy, my little guy, he does love his toys. You say kids have a short attention span. He will move from toy to toy to
Sorry,
toy.
what?
But he circles he circles back on
Does he really?
his toys. Yeah,
We
yeah, the
saw
latest
that.
one.
We actually saw that on the day of the baptism when he was into the basketball hoop. He stayed with that longer than any kid
Yeah,
should.
most kids just walk away
yeah,
from
he
it.
loved it.
That's because we were cheering him. That's because
Yes.
we were cheering him.
So
That was
cool.
fantastic.
So cool.
He's a good little guy, and he'd never plan a cruise without me knowing about it. But anyway,
Mike, I just got a message from Stephen Douglas McIntyre. Apparently, he's already booked your son for the cruise. I don't know what that means. He's doing a meet and greet Thursday and at the captain's table on Friday.
What if it was a Disney cruise? Oh.
Well, we have.
What is with you today?
Michael wins.
Oh, it's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we pull the curtain back,
win.
Oscar, you have talked to people, and I have talked to
Yes.
people.
I said that on yesterday's show.
about cruises.
We would end up having to pay thousands of dollars out of our own pocket to secure those cabin rooms, and if they're not sold, we're on the hook.
Right.
And it's much better for us to pick a city to go to where we have a ballroom where we can do a show like we did in Reno. And
Plus,
that's
have we
if
not
we do
seen
something.
all these tragic cruise stories?
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You think you're sick now?
Yes.
That's right.
And I love the idea of doing meet and greets, doing live shows, and doing listener events. But we have to, as I said, the dust has just settled. You know what I mean? I don't wanna
Not
get back
even
to it.
settled,
So,
yeah.
I do have a date night Saturday night. We actually have a
Hey,
babysitter.
look at you.
Oh,
Good.
And, it's going to be movie night. Mrs. O'Mara is adamant that she does not want to go see the Matthew McConaughey space movie, which I really want to see.
Interstellar. I've seen it, Mike.
Interstellar.
I've seen
You've
it.
seen it?
I've
How
seen
would
it.
you? Is it good?
I think it's great. I think Carla wouldn't like it because it really is probably not up her alley.
Yeah, but it's
Is there
good-looking
another option?
guy.
I haven't even.
Yeah, I
looked.
mean, she could stare at Matthew McConaughey the entire time. He's
How you doing?
sexy man.
All right.
Is there another movie that's out there that's an
Dumb
option?
and Dumber 2.
Or Mockingjay. You could go see the Hunger Games Mockingjay.
That's 3. I would, for
I
some
would go
reason,
see
I was
that.
really excited about Dumb and Dumber 2, and now I'm not. I read enough
Well,
reviews.
because
of it
it's
where
like
it
watching two senior citizens up there. It's like when the Stooges got old. You don't want that.
I still made $38 million. I think up to 56 now. Let me look.
That's the Lawrence Welk argument. I mean, Lawrence Welk made a lot of money too, so it doesn't matter how much money. Making money doesn't have any bearing on whether I go see the movie or not. I have no intention.
Really?
But I'd love to see
do what I'm going to do
Mockingjay.
tonight. What you do is go out and get yourself a nice DVD. Still get the babysitter. Lock yourself in the bedroom, and tonight watch your Blu-ray of Jersey Boys. That's what I'm going to do.
No, I'm going to wait till Tab Patterson's Downton Abbey set gets here. Tab Patterson gets a big shout out from Mike O'Mara. Hey, Tab, thanks for burning those for me. Tab's sending me the new season of Downton Abbey on Blu-ray.
He didn't burn them for you. He bought you a new set.
Yeah, he's sending it.
Oh, he bought me a new set
through the
That's
Amazon
right.
portal.
That's exactly what. I'm sorry. Okay, he bought me a new set. All right. Yeah, blew that. He's gonna get arrested now. All right.
Make sure you bring those
anyway.
on the ship when we do the cruise.
Are you ready with your walk to work? Are you ready for
Get some
Oscar
fun news that you guys are gonna hate, but I'm gonna love.
Okay, very good. We'll take a break. Come back with more Oscarazzi next on the Mike O'Mara Show.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Hi, I'm Tony Perkins.
Hi, I'm Gary Stein.
On this week's episode of the show, something new, something different. Gary is aggravated about something.
Can you believe it?
Also, we're going to play Trivia Pursuit.
And we're in mourning for Saturday morning cartoons.
Very clever, Gary.
Thank you.
On this week's episode of the Tony Perkins Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Thank you. Let's come over in. Very excited. Harry Stein. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
That poor
Harry's.
Oh,
Harry's
the
is the
best.
official. Harry's is the official razor partner for the Movember Foundation. Did you get my razors yet?
I asked for them. They're not here yet. They didn't
Okay,
teleport
all right.
them.
So they're sending them to you and then to me. Why don't you just tell them to send them to me?
Because I have to go through Mr. Fleming. And I will tell Fleming to have them sent
Bill
to you.
Fleming?
Yes.
It's not Fleming's fault. If he asked, you'd have him here in a week. He hasn't asked yet. I guarantee you.
Well, I just think Bill could take a few pointers from his sister Peggy.
Oh, and Art. His brother Art.
It's over my head.
I do love his restaurant, though. Anyway,
Steakhouse.
It's
Yeah,
good
I
one.
got
Harry's
that one.
is the official razor partner for the Movember Foundation. That's to support men's health issues. I watch the Today Show. I watch Carson Daly and Willie Geist getting their testicles examined. I'm sure that's not what they want to do, but that's promoting men's health. Harry's was started to create a better shaving experience for all men.
I'm Gary
Harry's
Stein.
ships directly to your door from their factory in Germany. Nearly a century of shaving experience goes into every blade, and that means a superior shave every time. We know it because we all use Harry's.
Yes.
They cut out the middleman. They can offer an amazing shave at a fraction of the price. The starter set is only $15. You get a razor, 3 blades, and your choice of Harry's shave cream or the new foaming shave gel. If you get their bonus offer, that's going to cost you $10 because listen to this. Not only do you get free shipping, but Harry's.com will give you $5 off your first order. Just type in our code TMOS, that's HARRYS.com, and enter the coupon code TMOS at checkout for this limited time offer and change the way you shave forever. Without further ado, let's get right to it. It's time for Oscarazzi.
Gentlemen,
Hi.
happy Friday.
It is.
Hey, did you even know that season 14 of American Idol was on the brink of coming back on air?
It's coming
No,
back. I thought it
It's
just
coming back.
finished.
I thought they canceled the show.
I thought it was
It's
just
still on the
finished. Wow.
air. Wow.
Who are the
I don't
judges
think anybody
gonna be?
watches it anymore. Does anybody watch that show anymore?
It's still alive somehow. American Idol season 14 premiere finally announced by Fox.
Nice.
Isn't The Voice kicking its ass?
I'm gonna a free plug for The Voice. We don't get $1 by them, but this latest season of The Voice is the best season I've watched, and it keeps getting better and better and
This
better.
is Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, and Pharrell, right?
Yes.
Pharrell
Every
Williams.
time I turn on The Voice, I assume it's going to have you on it, Mike. And it turns out You have nothing to do
But I
with it.
love how they switch up two of the judges every season. It's fun.
Better. They've taken the format and they've made it better, essentially.
Yeah,
right?
Would you like to hear? I actually was on The Voice. Would you like to hear a clip
please,
from my
I would.
performance?
Absolutely.
This is really terrific, and I'll tell you something. Blake Shelton turned around immediately. Let's go to the clip, please.
Okay.
All right, hold on just a second. All right, wait a minute. It's coming. Well, I thought it was coming.
January
wait.
7th is when Fox announces of season 14 premiere of American Idol. Rumors swirling that this is the last season haven't been confirmed, but I imagine because of the ratings, they've got to be in the toilet, right?
Well, yeah, but you know what?
Here's Mike O'Mara on The Voice. Thank you very much.
Very
Text
good.
in to keep Mike O'Mara.
Remember, these are not 800 numbers. I imagine it won't be the last season if they see even a slight uptick, because you know what? It still is a franchise, and it's really cheap to produce.
It's Keith Urban, Jennifer Lopez, and Harry Connick Jr. Ryan Seacrest still set to host.
Excellent. No, not Brian Dunkelman.
No, not Brian. Cher,
poor
did you
guy.
hear the Cher news? Rob, I knew you had tickets. It looks like you're getting your money back because she canceled the remaining of her tour dates on doctor's advice.
Did not have tickets. Thought about getting tickets.
What's the matter with Cher?
Apparently, she has an infection that is affecting her kidney infection. Doppel infections.
She has a Doppel infection. How about that?
She has a Doppel infection?
Doppel infection.
I thought she had her kidney replaced with a younger, skinnier kidney.
A total.
I heard she got Richie Sambora's kidney.
Oh, I have that at home in a jar.
Oh, okay.
A total of 29 dates were canceled, including shows in New York, Boston, Chicago, and Toronto. She's heartbroken about it, but hopes to come back and finish the tour sometime next year, probably in the second quarter.
I can't pee.
If you're looking for a refund, you can get that, which is cool, at the place where you bought your tickets at your box office.
I wish.
But every now and then, the man would come around and lay my kidney down.
I see red. I see red. That should be yellow.
It's tough.
Kidney lady looked at me, and then she took my kidney away.
It's just wrong. 68 years old.
Dark kidney.
Do you believe in kidney after kidney?
You guys are the
A
worst.
speedy recovery to a great lady, Mike.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out.
The great brunette lady.
Doesn't look 68. I'm looking at a current picture of her right now.
Trey Bonable, even with an infection.
I know Rofo's excited for this, and so am I. Perfect Pitch 2's trailer was unraveled yesterday, unveiled.
It was unraveled,
I'm sorry,
Mike.
unveiled.
What happened
Apologize.
is they delivered it without a reel. It was just a big pile of film.
Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson are set to take the Bellas back on to the global scene in Perfect Pitch 2. Did anybody in this room watch Perfect Pitch 1?
I thought Perfect Pitch was the movie with Jimmy Fallon about the Red Sox.
No.
That was Fever Pitch.
Fever Pitch.
Yes,
forgive
yes,
me.
yes.
What was the show where they would go in and do a new house for people, rebuild their house, or build a new house? It was the
Trading
Thai-
Places?
No, it was the one with the guy.
Extreme
Thai.
Makeover.
Extreme Home
Extreme Makeover.
Yes.
I like my favorite part of that show was always the big unravel.
And you know what? I also messed up because it's Pitch Perfect. They're going to be Perfect Pitch and Pitch Perfect.
I see.
What a
Pitch
dummy.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, Pitch Perfect.
Rob Spiewak has perfect pitch.
Yes, I
Rofo,
do.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Oh, you
No.
tool.
Yes, no, I haven't.
Yeah,
Why
not? No.
You haven't seen it?
It didn't look interesting to me.
Oh, my God. It's like right up your generation's alley.
My generation sucks.
Keep swinging, Oscar. Let's do another story.
I truly.
If you're
You
into
know,
that
one of my
movie, let me
favorite
know.
things on the show. You notice how I get all quiet whenever there's an exchange between Oscar and Rofo.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite moments on the show.
It
Better
is.
Call Saul gets a premiere date.
Yeah.
And a new teaser. Just saw
You
it
still standing
yesterday.
by that? Are you still standing by that show?
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm
Okay,
super
all
over.
right.
I'm over the moon
I'll
for
take
it.
a look at it.
Sunday, February 8th at 10 p.m. Is the new date when it will premiere. If
Is
you
it on
don't-
FX?
It's going to be on No, not on FX.
No, AMC, right?
AMC.
Was that the
AMC,
old?
I'm sorry,
was
that's
that the
what
old Breaking Bad time slot? Breaking Bad was on at 9.
It's going to have 2 episodes. So it's going to be on from 8 to 10 p.m.
I
So
see.
it'll premiere with 2 episodes. It's not the first time. It's a new trend in Hollywood. You get 2 episodes. They had this with Homeland and Showtime. They gave you 2 episodes to begin with. Maybe they're catching on that people kind of want to binge it first and get you into the storyline, right?
Yeah.
I could binge this weekend. I'd like to get a show to
Homeland.
binge on it. Yeah, no, if Tabs Downton Abbey comes, I'll be binging on that.
Now, is this the name of the show, Tabs Downton Abbey? It's
No, Tab was really nice to me to send me the, to buy the box set for me. And
He's
I'm
a
very
nice
grateful.
fellow. that
I'll
Tab
leave you
Patterson.
with this. We've talked a lot about it, but it won't stop. The latest woman to come out and accuse Bill Cosby of assault is Lou Ferrigno's wife, Carla Ferrigno.
What another startling similarity between Mike and Lou Ferrigno, that
Yes.
they both have wives named Carla. Where will the parallel stop?
Who
don't know.
was working as a Playboy bunny in 1967. Apparently, they went on a double date, and this is before she was married to Lou. They ended up back at Cosby's house. She alleges that Cosby's wife retired and her date left. And then,
You know what I was reflecting on,
Yes.
Oscar? I was thinking about what a horrible year for comedy. We lost Robin
Yes.
Williams, Tracy Morgan involved in a horrible car wreck, and now Bill Cosby and all
Joan
these
Rivers,
allegations
too.
that have come in. Joan
Yeah.
Rivers passed away. Really, 2014 will go down as a truly bad year for comedy. Very, very sad.
So that's 16 total, and the hits keep on coming. No
Wow.
pun intended.
Yeah.
That's really the bad
and
pun.
listen, look, this will never happen, but this is, in my perfect world, I would love to see Bill Cosby call a press conference, and if there is anybody that's telling the truth about this, do the mea culpa. You know, we don't have the capacity to forgive
Right.
rapists in this country. It's too heinous a crime. But at the same time, you would probably give your fan base, and certainly these women, if what they say is true, you would give them some closure. You're not necessarily going to be prosecuted, but it'll never happen. But am I foolish for wanting that, to see if you
No.
really did do this?
Not
come
foolish.
clean and say, I was a horrible human being. I never should have done this. I asked God for forgiveness for this. I don't know. It's a weird
Would like
thing
to
I
see
think
some
about.
resolution to something that we probably never will, though, you see.
We never will.
Yeah.
No,
No.
absolutely not. Not a chance.
Just for clarification's sake, it doesn't. She doesn't go on to say that she was actually raped by him. She was able to get out of that situation, but she was in a situation where she was
What
attacked.
I heard is that he forcibly kissed her very
Yes,
hard.
yes.
Yeah.
But
against her
again,
will.
there's a pattern here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's the 16th woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's
isn't like,
not good.
hey, there's three of them running around, or even the second.
Yeah.
The
That's
16th. We're
Wow.
going to get into
There
the
we go.
20s by the end of the year at this rate.
The 20.
Is that Oscar Razzi?
That's Oscar Razzi.
Thank you, Oscar. We will take a break and come back with the audio vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
This week on the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Hi, everybody. This is Mike O'Mara on the Mike O'Mara Show bonus hour this week. How's your holiday? Are they really as fun as we make them out to be? That's right. It'll be a real bummer. No, we'll have fun talking holidays on the Mike O'Mara Show bonus hour this week.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Bonus.
I'll tell you one thing, my friends don't call me Handy Andy. I'm not a handy guy, but I installed my own shutters in my own home, and it was easy thanks to the good people at Blinds.com. As a matter of fact, as far as a project of this magnitude, probably the easiest thing I have ever done at this level. Blinds.com offers all the top brands to make your windows look their best. Plus, their sure fit guarantee means that installation is always a snap. I mean that. It was so easy. If you want to measure or install, no problem. Blinds.com can handle it for you. 61% of their business comes from repeat or referred customers.
Wow.
And with their 30-day price guarantee, you know you'll get the best deal no matter what. That's what it starts with Blinds.com. Incredible prices. Give your home a gift for the holidays. New blinds from Blinds.com, and you can get 15 to 20% off select designer window treatments from top brands with a free cordless upgrade. Also, Norman brand products, including their child and pet safe designer shutters, are 20% off. Plus, free shipping on most orders. And remember, Blinds.com offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. Be like me with my wonderful plantation shutters. Use Blinds.com and see how easy and affordable it is. Now back to Mr. Rob Spiewak.
Hello.
Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for Friday, November 21, 2014. Rob Spiewak.
I know you love accents, Mike, and I think one of your favorites is the New Zealand accent because it's sort of like the Australian accent on steroids. This is a funny event that happened, I think, earlier this week. There was a cricket match. Now, cricket is like baseball. It involves the hitting of a ball.
Very popular in India.
And what's happening here is this guy in New Zealand watched the guy just slam the ball. No, not that kind of cricket.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But he watched the ball actually dent his own car. And it's funny while he realizes that they knocked it literally out of the park into the parking lot. Listen to this great accent and a funny story.
That's gone. It's downtown. It's on my car. It is. I think it hit my car. Don't believe it. Ah, the downside of getting a park so close. Oh, no.
Did you pay insurance?
No, it's a rental. I don't believe it. I think it's mine.
A rental.
It's the same colour. It's around about the same place. I know I parked it there about 5 hours ago. Oh, Jesse's, please.
It's a rental.
It's a rental. It's a rental. My car. No. No.
Coming off our fantastic meet and greet in Reno,
Yes.
you know, and it's tough when you have that many people to meet so fast. You want to have a little moment with each of them.
So much fun.
And it's great. But Jerry Seinfeld was talking on his show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. He was talking with Amy Schumer. And he talks about when he has to do a meet and greet, how he can keep the experience brief. And I think it's a pretty good piece of advice, but he still sounds a little bit like a dick.
My least favorite thing is a meet and greet.
Here's my secret trick for talking with people.
Okay.
Numbers. Ask them questions to which the answer is a number.
Why numbers, though?
There's always an answer. This is Seinfeld's secret technique for talking to regular people.
Okay.
How long have you lived here? What
He's
time do you
such an
start
ass.
work?
How many of your grandparents are alive?
When did you do that?
What age were you when you lost your virginity?
Yeah.
Maybe more general.
Maybe more general, yeah.
No.
That's my secret
No,
for
no,
talking
Rob,
to regular
Rob,
people.
what do you mean he's kind of a dick?
No,
Why
He's
did
a
you soft pedal
complete
that?
dick.
He's a turbo. He just said
I soft
this is
pedaled
the
it a
trick
little
for
bit.
Jerry Seinfeld talks to regular people.
Didn't want to oversell
That's what
it.
Jerry Seinfeld thinks of himself. He does not consider him. There are so many quotes from Seinfeld where he
Oh, the
behaves like
worst.
this.
Yeah.
I think he's a scumbag. I really do. I despise Jerry Seinfeld.
And the thing that
I really do.
surprises me is that's not like a piece of paparazzi tape. That's his show.
No, so he has
Ask the little
final
people.
edit.
Ask the little people numbers.
Regular
and that's
people.
how I deal with regular people. Seinfeld's talking to regular people. That means that Jerry Seinfeld, because Jerry Seinfeld is a stand-up comedian, he believes no matter what, he knows nothing about the people that are coming backstage to meet him, and he has formulated the opinion that they have less stature than he does because he is Mr. Seinfeld show businessman, when in fact he could be meeting thoracic surgeons. He could be meeting war heroes. He doesn't know. He's a dick, and he has no perspective.
He
I
immediately
hate the
thinks
guy.
he's better than everybody else.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely. Always has. You know, the audience
Just
is
like
like a
Rob
child.
Spiewak.
Right. Of the Rolling Stones. Let's focus. Let's focus on a guy we all admire, Donald Trump. Thank God someone has finally gone to Donald Trump and asked him how he would handle the situation with Bill Cosby. And what he's saying is that Cosby is not handling this good. It is going bad. Anyway, here's Donald Trump.
Well, I think it's very sad, and frankly, I don't think he's handling it well.
Mike, it's very sad.
It's sad and not good.
Well, I think it's very sad, and frankly, I don't think he's handling it well. And he should say something because he's being accused of terrible things, and to have absolutely no comment, I think he's getting very bad advice from a PR standpoint, and he should do it differently. He's not doing a good job of handling it.
It's not good. It's bad. It's sad. It's good. Three-letter words. Sad, bad. Oh, no, good. Good is a 4-letter word.
That's
Sorry
all right.
about
Well, he
that.
spells it
I
G-U-D. Here is a new rap hip-hop record. The father of the artist is someone who's very famous. Can you guess whose son is doing this song?
You told me love is pain. You wrote it on your skin.
Not so bad.
It sounds like a real record, but the thing is when you find out whose father, this guy's father is going to blow your mind.
Yeah. This, or it's like a Subway commercial.
The name of the song is Karma Tattoo. It's by a new artist called Chet Hanks.
Chet.
H-A-N-X, but it's Tom Hanks' son.
I'll buy this.
Yeah.
I like Tom Hanks' son.
Which Chet? I mean, which Hanks? I mean, which was he in these
Innocently,
movies?
it should be. I
think so.
shouldn't say Tom Hanks' son.
Tom Hanks'
I
son.
like Tom Hanks' son.
Or you know what? That always throws me. I should say
Chet Hanks looks like a white rapper.
the son of Tom Hanks.
He looks
Tom
just
Hanks
like
is-
him.
Now, on the flip side of, they're starting to drop now every 2 a day, the new Christmas records that aren't new.
Hold on a second.
What's that?
This is Chet Hanks. Doesn't he look like a white? He should be. He's destined to be a white rapper.
He is.
He's been in a lot of different stuff. He's a good actor.
No,
I like
that's
his
the
work.
other Hanks.
Oh, Colin Hanks is the actor.
This is Chet.
The rapper.
Oh, this is another Hanks boy?
Yeah, another Hanks.
And also, to make
my
himself
God.
cooler, he's spelling it Hanx. I swear to you.
Hanks.
Hanks.
That's funny.
Oh, and you know what? We got to actually finish up. The Kardashians are having trouble with their Christmas cards this year.
I have an announcement to make on behalf of the Kardashian family. There will be no Kardashian family Christmas card this year. What? So don't know. Sorry. Yeah. Shoot the messenger. Right. No Kardashian Christmas card this year because they could not decide on an appropriate photo. And I'm saying to myself, when did the word appropriate ever have anything to do with their lives? When? Usually the Kardashians on Christmas send out the same picture and they just Photoshop in the new husband.
That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great weekend, everybody.
That's it. We got to get out of here. That concludes our broadcast day, but dry your eyes. It's not goodbye. Just so long. You can always write us a letter. Send it to TMOS, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. If you'd like to be a part of the legendarily popular Thursday mailbag segment, drop a line to the Jolly One, Rob Spiewak at MikeO'MaraShow.com, boy. And remember, the official TMOS voice line remains open at 800-440-8167. Why do they have a post office box and an email and a phone number? Anyway, for Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara saying see you next time, everybody.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Please remember to check out Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Since they compare the rates for you, they do all the work and all you have to do is save the money. Just visit smartterm.com or call 866-347-5748. Again, that's 866-347-5748 or smartterm.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.